everyone. Thank you for all watching and taking part of the first musical theatre pub quiz. A lot of people really enjoy it and found it really useful as a piece of escapism and just a chance to have a bit of fun for 45 minutes to an hour. There's some really good scores. So yeah, people seem to like it. So here is another one. So I'll try and keep it roughly the same. There are a few different rounds, a few similar rounds. First of all, you'll notice a few differences because the last video my husband told me off for leaving the dressing gowns and coats up in the background, which were there, and now you will see we've got the poster for the tour I was on of Rocky Horror last year, so that's there now, making it more musical themed. Other than that, it's just a bit more empty in the space just to please him. Anyway, so we are here. This is the musical theatre pub quiz number 2. I noticed last time, obviously my eyes dart around a lot, so excuse me, my eyes, the questions are kind of here, so they'll try and go there, and the camera is over there somewhere, so apologies for darting around all over the place. I've also got my water bottle today, which is Spider-Man, which we may get talking about Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark at some point, but probably not today. So here is to round 1. So, round 1 is once again the composer's round. So all I will do, there will be 10 questions. I will give you 10 shows and you have to tell me who wrote the music for them. Okay? So if there are a duo, I don't mind if you want to give the duo if they are only or mainly known as a duo. There were a few last week. Otherwise, I want the person who wrote the music, wrote the songs for the show. Okay? So, number 1. Here we go. It is Hairspray. Who wrote the music for the musical Hairspray? Okay, number 2. Who composed the musical Follies? Number 2 is Follies. Nobody told me I was too fast last time, so I'm going to try and keep up the same pace, but feel free to message me this time if you think I'm going too fast. Okay, so number 3 in round 1 of composers is Waitress. Number 3 is Waitress. Number 4. One of my favourite films, this one. In fact, I proposed to my husband during production that we were doing of the show, so this is why this is on the list. So who wrote the stage musical, so not the film, who wrote the stage musical? Thoroughly Modern Millie. Okay, number 4, Thoroughly Modern Millie. Okay, number 5 is The Producers. So again, the stage musical of The Producers, number 5. Number 6. Number 6 is Parade. Okay, number 6, Parade. Hopefully there's a nice mix of harder and easier ones here. Number 7, Wicked. Number 7 was Wicked. Number 8, Oliver! Exclamation point. Who composed Oliver? Okay, number 9 is The Rocky Horror Show. Show very close to my heart. Who composed The Rocky Horror Show? And finally, number 10 of this first round, composers who wrote the music for Kiss Me, Kate. Number 10 is Kiss Me, Kate. Okay, that's round one. So take a moment, kind of have a look back over, see if you can fill out any answers that you didn't know. And then we will go on to round two. Welcome to round two. Okay, so this is the same as last time. This round is a lyrics round. So I will give you a certain lyric and you just need to tell me what show it is from. Don't worry about the song. I just want to know what show this lyric is from. Okay, so here we go. Number one. The $10 founding father without a father. Okay, the $10 founding father without a father. Number two. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry. It's really hard not to sing this one because I've done the show twice and it is just embedded in me. But number two is chicks and ducks and geese better scurry. What show is that from? Number three. Lots of chocolate for me to eat. Lots of coal making lots of heat. Number three. Lots of chocolate for me to eat. Lots of coal making lots of heat. Number four. I'm a superstar and you don't even know it. Okay, so that's number four. I'm a superstar and you don't even know it. Okay, how are we getting on? Number five. Curtain up, light the lights. What show is that from? Curtain up, light the lights. If you don't know, it's worth a guess always with these. Curtain up, light the lights. That's number five. Number six. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Okay, number six. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Number seven. 76 trombones led the big parade. See, I thought we might know the song here, but not necessarily the show. So number 7 here is 76 trombones led the big parade. What show is that from? Number 8, be the good girl you always have to be. Okay, number 8, be the good girl you always have to be. Number 9, hey old friend, what do you say, old friend? Number 9, hey old friend, what do you say, old friend? And finally, number 10 of the lyrics round. What is this lyric from? What show? Number 10 is, with the chance I've been given, I'm going to be driven as hell. So number 10, with the chance I've been given, I'm going to be driven as hell. What show is that from? And relax, I didn't burst into song with any of those, it's really difficult. Okay, there's our lyrics round, round number 2. So we are going to move on to round number 3. Here we go with round 3. This is a new round this time. This is a locations round. So I'm going to give you a certain place and you have to tell me what show is set there. So they're all the sort of primary places where these musicals are set. Okay, so we'll give this round a go and see how people like it. It may come back, it may not. So we'll start off nice and easy, I think. Number one, what show is this location used in? So number one is Rydell High. What musical is set in Rydell High? It's number one. Number two. I didn't know this one, so we'll see who does. Number two is set on the island of Kalokeri. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. The island of Kalokeri. I think if you know this one, you'll know this one. It's a hard one to guess. The island of Kalokeri. That's number two. Number three, Skid Row. Number three, what show is set on Skid Row? Number four. There are two possible shows for this, so I will take any show. But number four is Baltimore. Number four is Baltimore. Number five, Washington Heights. Number five, Washington Heights. I've actually numbered them this time round, so I'm actually remembering where we're at. So, number six. Number six is Atlantica. What show is set in Atlantica? Okay. Number seven, Anatevka. What stage musical is that's not a word, is mainly set in Anatevka? Number eight, beautiful place this is, absolutely love this place. What show is set in Salzburg? Number eight, Salzburg. Number nine, Denton. What show is set in Denton? And the final one for this new locations round is Argentina. Number 10 is Argentina. I don't know what you thought of that round. Thought I'd give it a go. Drop me messages if you like it or you hate it. Don't mind. So there are your 10 questions, and we will now move on to round number 4. Here we are at number 4. This is another round that I did last time. And this is my rule of threes. This is my 3 characters. I'm going to give you 3 names. And you have to tell me what show they are from. I've tried to be sort of sneakily difficult with some of them for the more hardcore fans. Some of them are a lot easier. So see what you think. So number 1, what show are these characters from? Julie, Billy and Carrie. I think this is quite a hard one, but who knows? Julie, Billy, Carrie. It's one of those that if I give you surnames, you'd get it straight away. So I'm making this one a bit harder. Okay, number 2. Nancy, Bill, Mr. Bumble. What show are Nancy, Bill and Mr. Bumble from? Number 3. Kate, Princeton and Trekkie. Number 3, that's Kate, Princeton and Trekkie. Number 4, Bock, Nessa Rose, Madame Morrible. Okay, what show are they from? Bock, Nessa Rose and Madame Morrible. It's number 4. Number 5, Bill, Adelaide and Jane. Okay, that's number 5. That's Bill, Adelaide and Jane. Okay, got those. Number 6, Louise. Oops, excuse me, that's my phone. Number 6, Louise, June and Herbie. Okay, number 6, Louise, June and Herbie. Number 7, Anna, Lady Thiang and Tup Tim. Okay, what show are those 3 from? Okay, number 7, Anna, Lady Thiang and Tup Tim. Number 8, Dolores, Mary Robert and Vince. Dolores, Mary Robert and Vince. Number 9, these 3 characters, where are they from? Regina, Karen and Gretchen. Regina, Karen and Gretchen, that's number 9. And finally, in this new locations round, and finally, in this rule of 3s round, we have number 10, Charlie, Lola and Lauren. So that's Charlie, Lola and Lauren. What musical are they from? Okay, take a moment, look back over, fill in any gaps that you have, make a guess, why not? And that is our rule of 3s round. I will see you next for round 5. Okay, so I really wanted to do a specific round this time, but I want to keep this sort of as accessible as possible, so I'll make sure obviously the subtitles are available on YouTube. But this round is impossible to do for the hard of hearing or deaf people who wanted to take part. So rather than get rid of a round and make it a shorter one, I've added this as kind of a bonus round. So if you are deaf or hard of hearing, you might want to skip this one and go to round 6. So this is an overtures round. So I'm going to play you a snippet of an overture, and I want you to tell me what show that overture is from. Okay, so number 1, what overture is this? Okay, so little snippet. Some of them will be harder, some of them will be easier. Number 2, what show is this overture from? Take it away, band. Okay. Number 3, what show is this from? All right. As for time, I'm not going to be able to repeat these, so feel free to rewind this tape if you want. Number 4, here we go. number 5. Here is number 5. I miss a good overture. I know it's not a modern thing necessarily for a lot of shows, but a good overture, oh, something else. I love this round. Number 6. Here we go. Number 6. Number 7. Okay, and here is number 8. Number 9, here we go. And finally, what I think is one of the greatest overtures of all time, if that's not a clue. Okay, here is number 10. Love that overture so much. So there we go, 10 overtures. What show are they from? And next we will move on to our final round, round 6. Welcome to the final round, round 6. If you skipped last round, don't worry. This is the final round, and this is a new round. But first of all, you'll notice, and I spot the difference kind of way, my poster of Rocky Horror fell down whilst filming the first take of this round. I hope that's not a sign in any way, but I thought best leave it down for now in case it happens again. So this round is a new round. It is based on a sort of film adaptation round, but I'm particularly looking for the year that these films were released. I'm terrible at this kind of round, but I know it makes a good quiz round. So some of you will love this, some of you will hate it. But give it a go. I'll give you a year either side anyway. So, what year was the film adaptation of West Side Story released? Okay, number 1, film is West Side Story. Number 2, remember this is the film, the movie adaptation. Okay, so the cinema release of Cats. So number 2 is Cats. Number 3, when was the film adaptation of Chicago? Okay, number 3, Chicago. Number 4. Number 4 is The Sound of Music. Okay, number 4, The Sound of Music. Number 5, Rent. Number 5, what year was the movie adaptation of Rent? Six, Sweet Charity. When was Sweet Charity, the movie, released? Okay, we're keeping up. Number 7, Into the Woods. Number 7 was Into the Woods. Number 8, Hair. When was the movie adaptation of Hair released? That's number 8. Number 9, when was the movie musical adaptation? So the musical adaptation of this stage show. Is that right? The movie adaptation of this musical stage show. Hairspray. Okay, that's number 9. The movie adaptation of the stage musical Hairspray. And finally, the last question of this quiz. What year did the movie adaptation of Evita come out? When was Evita? That is number 10. How did you get on in that round? I'm terrible, particularly with more recent years as well. I just get so confused. So well done if you had a good round there. We will do the answers in a little bit. So go back over, check any answers that you missed, have a guess, and we'll see you for the answers next. So how did you get on? If you like the new rounds, drop me a comment. If you didn't, drop me a comment. I'm constantly open to recommendations for new round ideas, because I'll do another one. I'm quite enjoying now getting into the swing of this. So we're going to kick off with some answers for round 1, and this was our composers round. So there were the shows. I just needed who wrote the music for them. Okay, so swap your papers, do whatever you're going to do. Just be honest with your marking. Okay, so number 1, first show was Hairspray, and the music for that was written by Marc Shaiman. Okay, Marc Shaiman wrote Hairspray. Number 2, Follies, was written by Stephen Sondheim. So Follies, number 2, was by Stephen Sondheim. Number 3, Waitress, was Sarah Bareilles. Sarah Bareilles wrote Waitress. Number 4, Thoroughly Modern Millie, was Jeanine Tesori. Jeanine Tesori, Thoroughly Modern Millie. And like I said, that was the stage show of Thoroughly Modern Millie, not the music for the film. I love that film. Number 5, who wrote the music for the producers? It was, of course, Mel Brooks. Number 6, Parade, was written by Jason Robert Brown. 7, Wicked, was written by Stephen Schwartz. Number 7 is Wicked, written by Stephen Schwartz. I just said that, already going a bit mad. Number 8, Oliver! Exclamation point, written by, of course, Lionel Bart. 9, The Rocky Horror Show, who is no longer there, was Richard O'Brien. Okay, Richard O'Brien for number 9 wrote The Rocky Horror Show. And number 10, finally in this round, Kiss Me Kate, was written by Cole Porter. Okay, so well done if you got all of them right. We're going to move on now to round number 2. Here are the answers for round 2. Some of them were harder than others, but I hope you had a good guess at them. I tried to pick lyrics with a few clues in if it was a more difficult show. So, here we go. Number 1. The $10 Founding Father Without a Father is from Hamilton. Okay, number 1, Hamilton. Number 2, Chicks and Ducks and Geese Better Scurry, from Oklahoma. Yeah, so number 2, Oklahoma. I played Judd Fry, obviously. Number 3, Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat. My Fair Lady. Number 3, My Fair Lady. Number 4, I'm a superstar and you don't even know it. Well done, who got this? This is Everyone's Talking About Jamie. Number 5, Curtain Up, Light the Lights. And Nothing to Hit But the Heights. It is from Gypsy. Number 5 is Gypsy. Number 6, I don't pop my cork for every man I see, is from Sweet Charity. Okay, number 6 is Sweet Charity. Number 7, now I thought most people would know this song, 76 Trombones Led the Big Parade, but the show it is from is The Music Man. Okay, so number 7 is The Music Man. Number 8, Be a Good Girl, Be the Good Girl You Always Have to Be, is of course from Frozen. I'm sure we've all heard that song a million times by now. 9, Hey Old Friend, What Do You Say Old Friend, is from Merrily We Roll Along. So number 9 is Merrily We Roll Along. And the last one of this round, number 10, slightly harder, I think. I tried to pick a slightly more obscure lyric. But with the chance I've been given, I'm going to be driven as hell, is from Chip on Your Shoulder, Chip on My Shoulder, whatever way around it is. And that's from Legally Blonde. Okay, so number 10 is Legally Blonde. Well done if you got that. Okay, on to the next round. Round number 3. This was a new one. This was Locations. So if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, I'll never do it again. But here we go. Number 1 in the Locations round, Rydell High. It's of course Greece. Okay, 1 is Greece. 2, this is harder. I didn't know this, I have to admit. The island of Kalokeri, which is a fictional island in Greece, if that helps. It is Mamma Mia. Well done if you got that. I would not have got that. So number 2 is Mamma Mia. Number 3, Skid Row, is Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, so number 3, Little Shop of Horrors. Number 4, there were 2 answers for. 2 possible shows set in Baltimore. You could have had Hairspray, or you could have had Crybaby. Okay, so number 4, Hairspray, or Crybaby, or both, but it's only 1 point. Number 5, Washington Heights. It's half there for you anyway. It is In the Heights. So number 5 is In the Heights. Number 6. So this might have been trickier. I don't know. I forgot this is what it was called. So Atlantica is the home of The Little Mermaid. So if you got that right, well done. That's number 6. That's The Little Mermaid. 7, Anatevka. I mean, there's a whole song about it. It is, of course, Fiddler on the Roof. So number 7 is Fiddler on the Roof. Number 8, the beautiful city of Salzburg, is where The Sound of Music is set, or mainly set. Okay, so number 8, Sound of Music. Number 9, Denton. I think some of you won't realise or won't remember that this is the home of the Rocky Horror Show. Okay, Denton is where Brad and Janet are from. Where Rocky Horror Show, that was number 9. And number 10, Argentina, Don't Cry For Me, it is Evita. So number 10, answer is Evita. Well done if you got all of them. Great. Okay, here we go. Next round. Here are the answers for round number 4. Okay, this is the rule of 3s. It's the 3 characters, and you need to tell me the show. Now, I know some of these were harder. It's amazing how difficult it becomes when you take away like a surname or something. So number 1, Julie, Billy, and Carrie. Well done if you got this. It's Carousel. Yeah, Julie, Billy, Carrie, or Carousel. 2, Nancy, Bill and Mr. Bumble are all from Oliver. Okay, so number 2 is Oliver. Number 3, Kate, Princeton and Trekkie, or Kate Monster, Princeton and Trekkie Monster is Avenue Q. So that's 3 is Avenue Q. Number 4, Bok, Nessa Rose and Madame Morrible. I realise this show has a lot of really kind of specific, iconic character names, but Bok, Nessa Rose and Madame Morrible are all from Wicked. Okay, so number 4 is Wicked. Number 5, Bill, Adelaide and Jane, or Wild Bill Hickok, and Calamity Jane. So 5 is Calamity Jane. Well done if you got that one. Bill, Adelaide and Jane are from Calamity Jane. Number 6, Louise, June and Herbie. Okay, number 6 is Gypsy. Okay, so number 6, Gypsy. Number 7, Anna, Lady Tiang and Tup Tim. Again, quite iconic, specific names from The King and I. Number 7 is The King and I. Number 8, Dolores, Mary Robert and Vince. It's from Sister Act. It's number 8 is Sister Act. Number 9, Regina, Karen and Gretchen are of course the Mean Girls. So number 9 is Mean Girls. And 10, Charlie, Lola and Lauren. For Lola they're given the biggest clue, really, it's Kinky Boots. So number 10 is Kinky Boots. Well done if you got all of them right. Here we go on to the next round. Okay, the penultimate round is our overtures round. So, which musical were the overtures from? Okay, number 1, this. It's from Cats. Number 2, this one. That is Shrek. Number 3 is Thoroughly Modern Millie. Number 4 is The Addams Family. Number 5 Jesus Christ Superstar. Number 6 South Pacific. Number 7 is West Side Story. Number 8 saw the show last year, loved it. This is the overture from the new musical Beetlejuice. Number 9 Blood Brothers. And number 10, arguably one of the best overtures of all time, it is Gypsy. Okay, so well done. I like that round. Might do it again. Well done if you got them all right. Now on to the final round. Okay, here we are ready. The answers for the final round. This is round 6 this time. So the final round was the movie adaptations round. Okay, so what year did the movies come out? Number 1 was West Side Story. That was released in 1961. Okay, if you had a year either side, then you get a point. So if you said 1960 or 1962, that's fine. But it was released in 1961. Number 2 The movie adaptation of Cats, which some of you might have got confused about, maybe, of course, was 2019. I mean, how can we forget that? Number 3, Chicago, which was 2002, which was huge because it won the Oscar for Best Film. So it's a big old year for musical film adaptations, Chicago. So it was 2002, number 3. Number 4, The Sound of Music was released in 1965. Okay, so number 4, 1965. Number 5 was Rent, which was 2005. Okay, Rent 2005 there for question number 5. Number 6, Sweet Charity, 1969. Okay, so number 6, 1969. Number 7, Into the Woods, was 2014. Number 7, 2014. 8 was Hair, that was 1979. Okay, so Hair for number 8, 1979. 9 for Hairspray. Now, I did reiterate this was the movie adaptation of the stage show. Okay, so this is the one with John Travolta. 2007. Okay, 2007 was that adaptation of Hairspray. And 10, Evita, was 1996, which feels a lot longer ago than I sort of remember it. But anyway, Evita, number 10, 1996. I know some of you will hate me for that round, but well done for those of you who got most of them, if not all of them right. And that is the end of this quiz. Next, I will do a little tiebreaker, again, in case there are any groups playing and one dominant winner. So I'll do a tiebreaker next. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Keep spreading them around because they're a nice little bit of escapism. And if enough people want to do them, I'll happily do more because I enjoy putting them together. So please leave your comments below, tweet me, whatever you want to do. But thank you. Go and watch a musical. There's hundreds of them online now. They're streaming loads of them. Go and watch your theatre and support your artist. Pay a ticket online and watch shows. Look after yourselves. See you next time. Okay, this is the bonus tiebreaker question. You can do it on your own if you want, just to see. But it's here to sort of find a winner if you're playing it in groups or teams. Okay, so the tiebreaker question this time is: the iconic London Palladium is one of the biggest theatres in London. They're one of the biggest theatres in the country. But what is the seating capacity? Okay, what is the seating capacity of the London Palladium? Nearest answer will win. Okay, have a think. Come up with an idea. How big do you think it is? Are you ready? Okay, the answer is the capacity of the London Palladium is 2,286. Okay, 2,286. I know a lot of people tend to think theatres are bigger, but your average London theatre is probably, what, 800 to 1,200 seats? With a few of the bigger ones, more like 2,000. So, you know, it's perhaps smaller than some of you might have guessed. But well done if you got close. That answer, 2,286.
We're glad you came, but we have to shout. Adios, au revoir, we will say, goodbye. Get lost! Get out!
It's over.